Alright, what's going on, everyone? So, we got a new card, an Edge of Eternities, that's really interesting for Reanimator decks, specifically Golgari-based ones. In this case, we're playing Sultai. We have some blue stuff here, but what's interesting about this card, it's a 2-mana 2/3, it enters a mills 3, but then it is 5 mana, sacrifice it to reanimate a creature. It can be a spacecraft too. We don't have any spacecraft. We're just a Reanimator deck. But 5 mana, sacrifice it to reanimate it. So it's very similar to what's it called? Faithful. Valgavoth's Faithful. 1 mana, 1/1, sacrifice it to return something. But what's unique about this is it also mills. So when you think of Reanimator decks, let me give myself some room to pull. Let's do this one and this one and this one. So when you think of Reanimator decks, you typically think of cards that do like one thing. Like this, discards a card. It discards a card, destroys something. That helps get a reanimation target out of our hand. We have a 4 mana, return something to the battlefield. But that's all it does. It just returns something. And then we have a big threat. And the problem with this is if we draw these 2 cards but no Valgavoth, they don't do anything. If we draw these 2 cards but no Zombify, they don't do anything, right? If there's no any combination of these, if we just draw the 2, it doesn't do anything. So what this deck is doing and what makes it so interesting is so many of the cards pull double duty. So for example, this discards something, that's great, but it's also a removal spell. This mills 2 cards, then it destroys something, so it's a removal spell and a miller. We have mill, help get big stuff in the graveyard, but it's a reanimation spell. We have this, which draws 2, discards 2, that's just like Bitter Triumph, it gets our big stuff in the graveyard, but then it's a payoff, it makes an 8/8 if we have Threshold. We have this card, which is removal, then it's mill, and then we can discard a card, so we can discard a Valgavoth, for example, to return a creature or land from our graveyard to our hand. That can help us get our 4th land if we're struggling with that. Hopefully we're not, because that means we were stuck on 3 for a while. But it can also return this to reanimate something, right? We can destroy something, we can mill a big thing, we can discard a Valgavoth to return this, to play it, to mill some more, and then sacrifice it to reanimate. So it does lots of stuff. We have this card, which 2 to discard it to give something -2/-2, and then it's a reasonable reanimation target. This is 2 for the impending to mill a bunch of cards, and then it's a threat. Not a bad reanimation target either. If we hit this with like a Sin, we'll talk about that in a second, it enters, mills a bunch, gets us something back, maybe another one of these, for example. It's pretty good. And then our reanimation targets are really interesting. First off, Valgavoth, of course. It's massive, it has a lifelink, it has flying. It's really hard to target. It is just a big, scary threat. But these 2 are interesting because they make us go super wide. So first off, Arden, 4/4, we don't care about the body, of course. At the beginning of combat, we exile a creature from our graveyard, and we make a 5/5 token of it. So we can reanimate this, for example. Normally, it's not a good reanimation target, but with this, it's just a 5/5. It will have lifelink, menace, haste, and a mills 3, right? That's pretty cool. We can also reanimate stuff from our opponent's graveyard. And then we have Sin, which is 7/7 flying. When it enters or attacks, we exile a permanent from our graveyard at random and then create a tap token copy of it. So we can either reanimate this and then have this trigger to reanimate this. And then when this enters, it's going to reanimate something else. Or we can reanimate this, hope we hit this. Probably not in that order. We usually want to hit Arden first. But these can just chain, right? This can reanimate this, and then this can reanimate this. This can reanimate any permanent, so it can reanimate our removal spell. It does have a bit of non-synergy, anti-synergy with Squirming Emergence, which cares about number of cards in graveyard. That can be a problem, but I do find that I typically cast this early. I will cast this for 3, just to reanimate like a Kiora. That happens a lot. And once we get to the point where we're reanimating our mill stuff, it's usually fine. Like once we get to the point where we're reanimating this, and this with Arden and Sin, we have so many cards that this can just reanimate anything. So yeah, what's interesting about this deck is I don't think it's as powerful as like the Rakdos builds. I don't think it's quite as powerful. Some of the cards are just a little bit weaker, but because everything pulls double duty, because everything does 2 things at once, it feels so much more consistent. You don't have as many of those games where you just can't find your reanimation spell or you just can't find a threat, whatever. It almost always feels like it works because everything does 2 things, and that's what makes it feel great. There's also just so much removal in this, right? We have hand disruption, removal, this is removal. All of this is removal. So it can actually play kind of the long game and just kill stuff. get to big mana and just start casting stuff like this, for example. So it's still pretty good. It is vulnerable. There are a lot of people running main board Graveyard Hate because of Reanimator decks and Oculus decks and stuff. We do get run over by aggro decks sometimes, right? It's a Reanimator deck. It's going to have all the vulnerabilities of a Reanimator deck, but it does feel just a lot more consistent. So let's play this today, see how we feel about it. All right, game 1. We have not a very good hand. Ironically, yeah, it's not great. We don't even have Surveil, so we probably mulligan this one. Yeah, mulligan, much better. We have Mill, we have Reanimation, we have a good target if we can find a way to discard it. Still no Surveil. Want to keep this? Probably put Squirming Emergence back. I think that's fine. Play this tapped turn 1. Okay, interesting. Ooh, that makes me want a Black Source turn 1. Alright, I'll Duress first. Get that out of there, I guess. Okay, this is the Naya the Naya Yuna deck. Okay, well, play this and play this. Just looking for a land. Wow, 2 Ardens and a land. We wouldn't have drawn that in a timely manner, so it's fine. Tap land. There is our land, so we'll play this tapped. We'll play another one of these. Let's see what we mill. It is a Kiora. That'll be pretty good to reanimate with Arden. And also reanimate their thing if I want to. Maybe that's fine. Because they're trying to reanimate their stuff too. So getting their stuff out of the graveyard, probably fine. Yep. Tap land, that's fine. Alright, so we will play land. We'll zombify Arden. We'll reanimate. Oof, I want both of these. I'm going to go with this one though. Yep, okay. That happens a lot when you play a Reanimator. Expect this to happen all the time. My experience playing Reanimator is you win on turn 4 one game, you reanimate, you get a big thing, they just quit. Or your opponent plays a graveyard exile thing, and then you quit on the spot. I don't recommend quitting on the spot, but it can be a bit rough. I mean, we have discard, we have 2 Surveils. So we can play Kiora, discard both of these. We're just looking for, like, a land and a reanimation thing. So this is fine. Opponent's going to be fast, though. Let's Surveil. Don't want that. Immediately tells my opponent what I'm doing, of course. But that's okay. The opponent's going to beat me down, though, is the biggest problem here. Not the Spyglass Siren. Sure. That's not what I'm looking for. Land, please. No. Well, we have a removal spell next turn. At least. We can, next turn, potentially. Hang on, let's see what we draw here. That's a problem. Okay, well, I guess if we just don't draw lands, I should hold this until they activate a thing, and I can discard to hand size, which is actually a good thing. I will discard probably Arden. Arden's fine. I'm just going to take 2 here. Okay, that sucks. Well, let's do... I probably still take the 1. I want to... If they use the map token on the 1/1, I really want to kill it in response. Nothing? Alright, we'll just do this. Alright, land please. Oh my god. Well, if we don't draw lands, then we can't do anything. Take 3. Alright, so now we'll do this. There's a land. Well, we'll try this. Yeah, okay. This has 5. So I can actually reanimate the awakened thing. Stock up's fine. Don't need to play Kiora right now. Alright, we found lands. That's good. Let's play this. Let's target this. If they counter this, I'll just quit. Alright. I mean, I just got stuck on lands for so long. Not much I could do there. Okay, we have removal, we have mill, we have mill, we have surveil. I can keep this. Opponent goes first. Don't have a way to discard, but I'm going to surveil turn 1 here. There we go, that's what I want. Keep that. So this mill's 3, this mill's 4. Probably want to go with the Overlord first. I don't need this reanimation. Okay, I'm not going to return that, though. We leave it in the graveyard. This looks like just a life gain deck. Yeah, bats. This is fine. So we play this tapped. We play this tapped. I don't need it. Put it here. We're gonna do this. I should have done this first and then surveilled. Kind of wasted the surveil. Wasn't thinking about that, but that's okay. Next turn, we zombify Arden. We want them to tap out. They're not going to tap out, so they will just have... Oh, never mind. I just have another zombify, so it doesn't matter now. We'll just do this. They'll kill it before we go to combat, I assume. And then we'll just zombify it again. Kill it now. Yep. Reasonable. That's fine. We have this Overlord ticking down too. Always nice. Oh, well, like I said, that does happen a lot. Okay. Okay. We have only 2 lands, but we do have Zombify. I want to keep it. It's a bit risky. I can't actually cast this turn 2. Actually, I shouldn't have kept this, should I? Okay, well, that makes it better. So we'll mill. Okay, nothing. Nothing useful. Need them to play something so I can... Okay, never mind. I guess they just won't. It's interesting. We'll pass. We have this to discard Arden or Sin. Sin's not bad because it gets the lands back. We don't have any targets for Arden anyway. Nothing? Okay. Well, there's 4 lands. We might as well have it enter tapped, right? And just attack for 2. They bounce it. That's fine. They're going to do nothing this entire game. I'll just beat them down for 2 for the entire game. That's fine. Because I'm guessing this is a control deck. They're just going to hold up counter spells for the whole game, but fortunately I have 2 power on the battlefield, so I don't care. Okay, there's 5 mana, so this can reanimate nothing right now, but now I can reanimate without worrying about counter spells. Okay. Sure. So let's discard, target you, discard this. Do you have any creatures? No. Okay. I should have discarded Sin. I don't know why I discarded that. That could be good though. Please, big thing. No. Shoot, why'd I do that? I don't know. Let's just play this then. There's no point in reanimating right now. Get this. Attack for 2. Down to 14. Stock up. Sure. Take 2. This is fine. Don't care. Ooh, that's fun. There's a Valgavoth too. Holy crap. Okay, so it's probably discard a card, target you, discard this. If they counter this, we have Zombify. We actually want them to counter this pretty bad. Nice. They took the bait. That's good. Okay. And now Zombify, target... Whoop, no. Arden. And this is going to reanimate Sin. And then Sin is going to get lands. Lots of lands. Holy crap. All the lands. And Valgavoth. Surveil. Don't need it. Surveil. Yeah, I can almost cast. I can cast it, right? 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I can just cast it. Attack. Down to 7. So they need board wipe and mono blue because can't target this. Sure. Guess they can sacrifice 2 lands in their token. They just didn't do anything? Okay. That was a misclick or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. It has ward. Even if they sacrificed, like, we're fine. Well, the only thing that makes this decent is all the surveil. I don't think I can keep 2 duresses though. It seems pretty bad. This is better. It's definitely keepable. Probably put this back. Are we going second again? Have we gone first? Probably. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it. Reanimator decks feel broken going first because you get your 4-drop reanimation before the opponent has 4th land, right? So, I mean, it's kind of stupidly busted either way. I guess it doesn't really matter. But you get run over, or you're more likely to get run over when you're going second, of course. We will definitely just kill this. Because this is the Cats deck, and they can go super wide. That thing could be like a 4-4 next turn. Not likely. Probably a 3-3. Sure, I can kill that too. Play this. Play this. So you can see how we can kind of be a control deck, right? Because of all of our removal. Next turn we surveil. Don't know if I wait a turn for this or not. I mean, just having a 5/5 against this deck could be fine. Okay, it's a +1/+1 counters deck, not a cat deck. Mill 3. Sure. Yeah, I'm going to surveil. Don't want that. Do I? No, I don't think so. And then I don't think I am pending this. Do I? If I had a Cure, I might. I'm not going to. I'm going to wait a turn and just play it as a 5/5. I can also discard a land and get this back. Yep. Gonna take 2 at least. Sure. Okay, that's fine. So we lost when we got stuck on 2, and this time we're flooded with all these lands. Take 4. Oh my god. Speaking of flooded, I will just play a 5/5. Mill. Still no zombifies or anything, but we have this 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 2 turns before we can play this. When I can play it next turn, then reanimate something. But do we even have good reanimation targets right now? Not really. Okay. 1 card. This, if it's a land, it's a problem. Because I will block the... Okay, that sucks. But this might be a loss. Doesn't feel great. Take 5 down to 11. They gain 5. Okay. Surveil. No. How are there so many lands? Again, I did that in the wrong order again. I need to mill first, then surveil. Oh my god. Mistakes. Mistakes, mistakes, mistakes. It looks like it didn't matter. So if we can survive this turn, we can sacrifice this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can just cast this, actually. Because we can just cast this, although I have to shock a land in. Sure. No land, that's good. I survived this turn. 8, yeah. I'm gonna no block. There's Arden. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have enough. I can't do that. Alright, we're gonna sacrifice this. We're gonna get Sin back. We're gonna get Kiora. We're gonna draw 2. This. Oh my god, there's all my stuff. I found it all. Do I survive this turn though? No, I'm just dead. Unfortunately, even though I said this was more consistent, we just couldn't find our stuff that game. Okay, mill, reanimation, all seems fine to me. We'll play a tap land turn 1 here. Play a threat, please. I want to kill it. Bolt wave. Okay, so play this tapped. Don't want to pay life if they're a burn deck. Valgavoth is very good against the burn deck. Sure. Creature planeswalker vehicle. So we play... probably play this. Play this. Destroy this. Next turn, we mill 3. And if we hit anything to reanimate, we have Zombify. Sure. Hit me for 4. Down to 13. Another Zombify. Anything to mill. Well, since we have 2 Zombifies and we're against them on a red, I think we can Zombify this thing. And then mill. Try to find another target. Wow, nothing. Bummer. We can use this to discard Valgavoth, get it next turn. So it's fine, I guess. We can get a land back to the land. We can get a Surveil land, specifically. To try to get another threat in the graveyard. Sure. 1 damage down to 12. So, we're going to discard Valgavoth. We're going to return a Surveil land. We're going to play the Surveil land. Arden is perfect. Wow. Alright, play this. Zombify Arden. Arden brings back Valgavoth. And then attack for 7. Gain 5. That is game for sure. Is it? Maybe. I assume so. We can mill next turn. We can discard this to reanimate this if we really want to. Probably not. I don't know. Sure. Cool. I get the stuff. Arden. But it's not dead. They have a treasure. Okay. So we can pay 3 life for this. Discard this. Draw. Can play Zombify. Just use our opponent's cards against them. Get this. We can go to combat. Get this. Just gonna mill some more. No good things. I don't want to bring this back to my hand. Attack. I'm gonna kill them with their own burn spell. Decline. And then here you go, opponent. Nice. Kill them with their own burn spell. I mean, that's satisfying. That works. Alright, so that is Sultai Reanimator. Is it good? It's as good as any Reanimator deck is, which is that you either win on turn 4 or you completely fall apart. It's very, very easy to be picked apart. There are Soul Cauldron decks. There are lots of people main boarding Rest in Peace. There's a lot of hate for this type of deck that will just shut you down, but sometimes you just get a free win on turn 4. That just happens. I would say something I felt was lacking was probably card draw. I feel like there needs to be maybe some sort of like discard, maybe more of these, maybe just go up to the full 4. I think that would be good because these are very castable and the card draw is very good for consistency because the red decks always had Fear missing out, which is card draw, and you had it rotated. I don't feel like looking for it, but there's Bitter Reunion as well. This deck does feel like it needs a bit more card draw. It has a lot of mill. Lots of mill. But milling won't get back a Zombify, right? So I would say I could see going like -2 Harvester, +2 Kiora, just for the extra card draw, because you can reanimate Kiora with Squirming Emergence. We didn't do it, but yeah, I think going to the full 4 Kiora seems good, just for the card draw. Card draw alone, just the card draw. But either way, that is Sultai Reanimator. Be sure to like the video, much appreciated. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.